I was once mortal. And I know how the mortal I once was would have felt about certain things. That man would have hated Doryani with a passion for bringing about the fall of the greatest civilization this world has ever known. Fortunately, I am no longer troubled by such attachments. Through the grace of chaos, I now understand that all things that can happen, do. Even now, I'm testing the might of another survivor who washed up on Rayclast instead of you. And to her, you are dead. All that you accomplish is meaningless. All that Doryani ruined was equally meaningless. The Queen represents an odd island of stability that chaos cannot comprehend. Almost all events come laden with possibility, but the history of her existence is a single unbroken course. There is no world, real or imagined, where Atziri did not lead our people to ruin. She gazes into a mirror still, somewhere beyond the reach of my master, in a place of crimson madness and nightmare. My master adores the uncertainty of chance outcomes, but he abhors cosmic enigmas with no clear answer, especially when such enigmas seem to possess the power to impress determinism upon the fabric of existence. My Lord Chaos has often felt there is a sinister force lurking in the unknown mists of raw creation that seeks to oppose him. It does not show itself. No, it is a cowardly impulse. One that subtly tangles the threads of fate to bring together mortals in each era for the purpose of order. A cold conflict that has raged eternal. With only one exception. I knew those of the Jinn well, when I was mortal. Despite that accursed word in their name, order, they did not knowingly answer to a higher impulse. I found it curious that the vagaries of fate kept bringing such exceptional individuals together, and for a time, I believed that I was exceptional. My hubris was my own undoing, just as it was theirs. Several times, in fact. Yet they always reform. There is always a new gathering. Or hadn't you noticed your increasingly eclectic collection of allies in that increasingly crowded hole you call a hideout? The chaotic impulse in a Paranda's heart recently struck a great blow for us. But here you are, a mere heartbeat later, stitching the threads back together all over again. You stink of the meddling witch of prophecy. You must know that she is a liar. She has no power of prophecy. Her power is only that of memories. She remembers what happened, and only what happened. She does not see the possibilities, what could be, or could have been, the way my Lord Chaos does. Worse still, like all memories, even mine, hers fade with time. Would you entrust your fate to a senile old woman that can hardly keep herself awake? The very fact that she tells you certain paths lead to doom means they happened. Those paths did lead to doom. Her prophecies are nothing more than painful memories of all the times she failed. What makes this go around the mad wheel any different? Chaos promises nothing. Only the truth. Today is not special. You are not special unless you make yourself so. In that truth, there is utmost freedom. It is not so simple a thing to determine whether a being serves order or chaos. These two impulses suffuse all who possess a will of their own, some more than others. This perverse opposition has fueled the inner struggle of living beings since the beginning of time, and will continue to do so until its end. However, there is one thing upon which both inclinations agree. In the eyes of chaos, there can be no amusement or unlikelihoods in a dead world. And, while such a realm would be perfectly ordered, there would be no one left to enjoy the supposed fruits of such a domain. I am not certain that order exists as a thinking being like chaos does. But the forces that serve both have agreed to a narrow alliance against a rather existential crisis. We, and I shudder to use that word, we, already sacrificed all we had to buy this world one stay of execution. It only cost the lives of my entire people and everything they ever built. The decaying temples and cities of the Vaal Empire are not rotting monuments to hubris. They are a legacy. A silent reminder of what was given so that the other peoples of Rayclast might survive. What will you sacrifice when the moment comes? Best you don't know. You'll fight on to the bitter end, so long as you never realize the truth. Who knows, you might even win. Out of all the countless possibilities, it has happened. Once. All it took was the death of truth itself. The creation of a world of perfect order, with no free will and no chaos. Needless to say, that route to survival is unacceptable. Both to my master and to mortals such as yourself. It will not be repeated. Hopefully. Oh, I'm only a couple of thousand years old. If you want to know more about the beginning of time, you'll have to ask the Titans. Well, Titan. Or that insufferably cryptic owl, if you don't mind paying such a horrible price. I eagerly await the end in any form, if it exists. It is my only chance of escape. Until then, not even death can save me from servitude. I have escaped 1,000 different ways, and every time, chaos just brings me back from the paths in which my escape failed. I need all paths to end, if I am ever to rest. There's something very strange afoot in Rayclast. My Lord Chaos believes that forest didn't exist until recently, but to me, it has always been here. This isn't the first time this has happened either. favorable result. Now you face another choice. Further commit to a more difficult challenge. The safe choice. The future holds further challenges. Count on it.
That would only slow me down.
it ain't me favorite land.
That would only slow me down.